Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new video. We just hit 39.3k subscribers. Let's get to 40k. Please like this video down below and subscribe to the channel. But before we get started, I have to tell you guys about my friends over at My Patriot Supply. As Americans, we need to be prepared, and that includes avoiding the long lines at the grocery store by stocking up on disaster food supply. And there is no better disaster food kit than the ones over at American-made My Patriot Supply. Take action so you're ready for what's coming and save up to $100 on a 4-week emergency food kit when you go to my special website, preparewithredeagle.com. Those that know what's coming are preparing today. Go to preparewithredeagle.com. That is preparewithredeagle.com. And today we are going to talk about the 2024 presidential election. And I'm going to be making a prediction on the 2024 presidential election based on who I think the Republican nominee is going to be. And a lot of people are not necessarily expecting this, but I personally believe that Tucker Carlson is going to be the front runner come 2024 election. I think a lot of people are drafting him to run. I think he knows that he is going to have to be the individual that's going to need to run for president in order to save this republic from growing off the rails even more so than it already has. Who's the Democrats' nominee going to be? Well, you have two choices. It's probably going to be another establishmentarian candidate. The far left's going to get screwed again, whether Bernie runs and he's like 95 years old, or AOC decides to run because she will barely, by just 1 month, be old enough to run in 2024. So I think that Newsom is going to be the nominee. I think he'll pick a woman for vice president. I think he'll settle on Gretchen Whitmer. I don't know if Whitmer's going to get it this time around. I think she could get it next time around. Whitmer will be the VP, as the Democrats think that they can try to get back some of the Rust Belt voters they lost. Meanwhile, Josh Hawley has experience in the Senate. He would be a good complement to Tucker Carlson, the talk show host on Fox News. And a lot of people are asking, well, where does Tucker actually stand on the issues? Well, I'll give you guys a little bit of background on Tucker Carlson. His economics, as you can see here, eventually he did start off as a libertarian. However, he's no longer a libertarian anymore. He is a populist. He's even praised parts of Elizabeth Warren's economic plan, saying that her economic plans have been economic patriotism, and talking about certain things that he can reform capitalism to make it fairer. The guy is a populist. Economically, he is fairly center, fairly pragmatist, fairly economic nationalist. When it comes to social issues, he's also a voice of reason. He would probably implement things like we see Viktor Orban doing in Hungary, where he's talking about having programs to expand the family, and maybe Tucker Carlson can get us an immigration moratorium to end all immigration for 20 years, which would save the Republican Party and the soul of a nation as a whole. So I do think that Tucker Carlson has a good chance if he runs, and he will win the nomination if that is the case. And by the way, he's going to be able to bring a lot of new voters with the economic policy over to the Republican side. Some of these Bernie bros who will feel like they've been screwed over 3 times but might be sane on some social issues. They might be voting blue because of economic issues. These people would be more inclined to support Tucker Carlson and Josh Hawley, especially for the economic populist factor, over somebody who is an economic globalist neoliberal like Gavin Newsom. So it's important that we fill out this map. We're going to go state by state. I'm going to do my best, and I'm going to show you why Tucker Carlson is going to be able to win by an epic landslide in the 2024 presidential election. So without further ado, we can start Utah, Wyoming, Idaho. Those are not flipping. Montana, the Dakotas. I think all of Nebraska. I don't know about the 2nd district. We'll leave it as lean red. That could very well be anywhere between tilt and likely, but we'll put that as lean. Kansas, people are saying it could get closer. I think that Tucker will make enough inroads with his economics. He'll be able to accelerate the trend of the blue-collar white voter throughout the country. That's going to help him win the South, hold the South fairly easily. Missouri, obviously, with Hawley on the ticket. Ohio and Iowa, those two are both going to be safe. And Wisconsin, Michigan will put lean because Whitmer. Wisconsin will be likely. Pennsylvania will probably be lean. into the Republican column. And Minnesota, I want to say between lean and likely. Tucker Carlson will do a lot better up in like the Duluth area. He'll be able to get a lot more voters on board. Again, a lot of Bernie bros in that state, but it's a state that's 90% white, fairly socially conservative in some parts of it. And it's a weird state. They vote for the unusual characters. And Tucker Carlson is one of them, being a talk show host. They've put talk show hosts in Congress before. You see Jason Lewis in Minnesota's 2nd District. So I think Tucker would perform fairly well in the state of Minnesota and might even perform better than what I have it on the map right now. But it's 189-0 right now. We're going to continue to fill out this map. Illinois, obviously, the Democrat states would be Illinois, California, New York. I still think Vermont. I think Tucker would do a lot better in Vermont, but I still think Vermont would be in the Dem column. Other states here, Massachusetts, that could get closer, but it probably won't flip. Maryland, D.C. for sure, and Hawaii safe in the blue column. Now we can talk about some of these states here. South Carolina will most likely stay safe for Tucker Carlson. Georgia, I think Georgia's going to get closer, especially with Newsom. It's going to be a close state. We're going to put that in the lean column. Similar thing with Florida. That's always close. We'll put that in the lean column. North Carolina, it's going to be very close. Could be tilt. I'm going to put it in lean just because I think Tucker would do so well in Appalachia. So if you look at this map right now, it's 261-132, and we haven't even filled out Texas, and we haven't even filled out all the safe Republican states. Maine's 2nd District is one of them. And the state of Alaska, I personally think that Maine at large would lean or likely in Tucker's column. New Hampshire could be likely. Tucker would tackle the opioid epidemic fairly well, and he would actually do a very good job winning the state of New Hampshire. So right now, we haven't even filled out Texas or Arizona. Tucker Carlson is already projected the winner. So let's go through some of the rest of these states. New Jersey and Delaware, probably likely blue, unless there's something unforeseen. Connecticut as well, because Tucker would do well. These states demographically would favor Tucker, and his economic plans suit them fairly well. Rhode Island is a state I'm going to put in the lean column. It will be somewhat contested, and I think in 2028 and beyond, it will become a solid Republican state, but it's not right now. Maine's 1st District, we'll put that one as likely D instead of safety, which it is this time. So that's it for the East Coast besides Virginia. Now, personally, I think Virginia, I'm just going to fill it out safe. It could be likely to safe, but we'll just give it to the Democrats because they're just running away with Virginia. States like Georgia, they'll stay Republican this cycle very narrowly, like 2-point win, partially because Tucker Carlson's economic policies are bringing people into the party. But of this right now, we'll have it as lean red, and Virginia will be safe blue. Texas, not blue. Texas is lean red in this scenario. It will get closer and closer. I have the demographics. I predicted the demographics a long time ago for this, where non-college whites would vote 72-24 for Tucker. Tucker would struggle with Hispanics. He would gain a little bit, like maybe 1-2% based off economic issues. But at the same time, the immigration policy, the left-wing media is going to enforce their tribalism, and that's going to stunt the ability for Tucker to do well among Hispanics. Still, he will do good enough. He'll probably get in the high 30s in Texas, and that's going to help him win as he does better with blue-collar whites. Even though college whites are going to drift away a little bit, he might get some of the Bernie bros because he is more optical. He'll play the media better than I think Trump would. And that's why he's going to win a state like Colorado, just based on the Bernie factor. He'll peel off some of those voters that may be a little bit more socially conservative but economically liberal. And they do exist in Colorado. Again, it's a state that's still, I believe, 80% white or so. So I think he shouldn't have a problem winning Colorado. And Oregon as well. I think he's going to win the state of Oregon very close, very narrowly. Arizona, I think that's going to be close. Even I did it on this map right here. Arizona was still in the Republican column. I don't think that map is perfect demographically when I crunched the numbers, but that's how I think that would go down. The state of Nevada, probably demographically, Tucker's not going to be able to win it. We'll put it in the lean Democrat column. New Mexico, again, Tucker improving among blue-collar whites would help him get closer. I don't think he would win the state. Maybe likely blue instead of lean. And Washington would be closer, but we'll put it as likely. Tucker, if he was more environmentalist, I think he'd have a shot at Washington. right now it seems like on his Wikipedia page he's not very key into the environmental issue. So right now, here we have it, the final map. Tucker Carlson will beat Gavin Newsom in 2024, 342 to 196. Doesn't really matter if Trump wins this time around or loses this time around. America is dying right now, and the only person that's a sane voice of reason in the media is Tucker Carlson. So Tucker Carlson, if you are watching this video, please run for president in 2024. You have a loyal army of supporters that are America first, that will back you up on this and will support you all the way to the White House. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching this video. Please like this video down below, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell for notifications so you never miss another video. Follow me on social media. Join the Discord and subreddit. Donate to the Patreon or subscribe. Star links in description. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Red Eagle, out.